infuriated me because I saw students leave this blank. The first thing we want to do, if I want to say, we don't know what the graph of this looks like. You can graph it if you'd like to. But if I want to find the solutions, where does this graph cross? So the first thing I do is set y equal to 0. Because I want to find the values of x when y equals 0. OK? So set y equal to 0. You put a 0 in for the y. Now, the next thing is, ladies and gentlemen, there is only one variable x squared. This is the only time that we're going to be able to do this. So this is called the square root method. I would recommend, when you can use the square root method, to use it. Because if there's only one x, right, it is an x squared, but there's only one x, right? There's only one variable. Solve it just like you would solve an equation. 0 equals 4x minus 12. Just solve it just like this. You would add 12 on both sides. Divide by 4, 3 equals x. Right? You guys agree with me on this? So we're going to do the same thing, but now we're going to solve for x squared. So I add 12. 12 equals 4x squared. Now, to solve for x squared, I divide by 4. 3 equals x squared. So now this is where it gets difficult, because with linear equations, you say, oh, x equals 3. It makes sense. But now what about with 3 equals x squared? So on our last step, now we need to solve for x, though. So we need to undo the squaring. So the opposite, the inverse operation of the square root is, the square is the square root. Now, here's where a lot of students forgot about the square root. Whenever you guys are introducing the square root, you have to make sure you include the positive or the positive and the negative. So your final answer should be x equals plus or minus the square root of 3. OK? And I'll explain that to you guys in just a second with some other numbers.